Okay. Good morning, guys. Am I audible to you all? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I thought I could be able to finish the lectures by today, but if I finish it, I need to give you to refer more. So I am planning to conduct the lectures tomorrow also. I need 2 hours. Then I will complete all the lectures. Okay. With that, I will complete all the lectures. Okay. හෙටත් මට දවසක් ඕනි මොකද මට අද මේක ඉවර කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි කියන මම හිතන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද ඔයාලට කන්ටිනියස්ලි පැය 3-4ක් ඉන්න එක possible කියලා practically possible කියලා මම හිතන්නේ නැහැ ඒක. So we'll go to the first one. I think last week also we talked about the thermochemistry. I think you all have gone to the thermodynamics. Do we have lectures or course code subject which is related to the thermodynamics or the thermodynamics වලට subject එකක් තියෙනවද? Okay, second semester now. Okay. So that is the case. So I am not going to deep in thermodynamics from thermodynamics. It is related to the heat. One part of thermodynamics is thermochemistry, but I think in your ET, you want to be able to learn about the thermochemistry because since it is more related to chemistry than physics. So we'll go to the thermochemistry. I won't go to the deep because this is the only chemistry related subject in your ET curriculum. So in thermodynamics, we talk about the heat. And heat means it is transferring thermal energy between two bodies, which is having two different temperatures. For instance, if we put a ice cube on our palm, we will feel cool or warm?
Cool.
Cool. Okay, that means we give heat to the ice cube. That means our hand cool. Okay, that is what heat means. Heat transfer from the place where heat is in higher state to lower state. Okay, so the thermochemistry, that is also a part of thermodynamics, and it is the study of heat change in chemical reactions. Okay, and when we talk about the thermochemistry, we need to state about the standard states. Standard state means when we measure something, when we do chemical reactions, standard chemical reactions will be taken place in 25 degrees temperature and 1 atm pressure. Okay, so before moving on to the thermodynamics, even into the thermochemistry, you need to go through the basic terms. Okay, I think sometimes these are in your A-level syllabus. Did you have thermodynamics related subjects in your A-level? ඔයාලට thermodynamics related subjects තිබුණද A-level වලට? SFT. Okay. Okay, I think you had that one. So,
Miss SFT වල ඔය ටික මුල කියලා දුන්නානේ.
okay. So we'll go through this because this is important when we learn about the thermodynamics. Okay. Okay, so there is a system. That means when we consider about a reaction, okay, The place where reaction is taken place is known as the system. Reaction happening when a system. The thing which is outside that the place where the reaction is taken place is known as surrounding. Okay, universe case මොකක් reaction එකක් වෙනවා නම් ඒ reaction එක වෙන තැන system එක. ඒ reaction එක වෙන්නේ නැතුව මේ ලෝකේ තියෙන අනිත් හැමදේම surroundings and the boundary is the place which separates the system from surrounding. The figure is illustrated below. Okay. Then in addition to that, there are two terms, homogeneous system and heterogeneous system. When we do the system with everything in same physical state, that means physical states, there are three physical states as gas, liquid and solid. Everything is happens in the one medium. That means, example, it is related to the mixture of gases, mixture of completely miscible liquids, or that kind of thing. හැමදේම එකම physical state එක තියෙනවා. ඒවට කියන homogeneous system කියලා. When it's come to the heterogeneous system, it has different physical states. Think about that. We dissolve salt in a solution, water. Think about a salt is solid and water is liquid. Give me a few minutes. Okay. When we dissolve salt in a water, finally we will get homogeneous solution. That means salt will be dissolved in the water. But anyway, initially salt is solid and water is liquid. That is, those are heterogeneous system. Okay. Then in addition to that, you need to know about extensive property and intensive property, isothermal. I think you know those things. Isothermal system. Those kind of terms. You need to refer those things because up to now, I gave everything. I gave every single notes to you guys, but this is you also need to refer because you need to refer those terms. Okay, then we'll move on to the enthalpy. Sometimes you may know about this. I'm not going into the deep of enthalpy because I am not going to talk about entropy or Gibbs energy. This is about the enthalpy. Enthalpy means quantity of heat flow under the constant pressure. That means we talk in thermodynamics, we talk about heat flow. So when heat flow is happen in a system in a constant pressure, we call it as enthalpy. It must happen in a constant pressure. Okay, so but anyway, when we only can measure the enthalpy change of the reactions. We cannot we cannot measure about the enthalpy, exact enthalpy value in a system. We cannot measure. It cannot be measured, but we can measure the enthalpy change. That means there are given enthalpy values. So from that, we can measure the enthalpies after the reaction is taken place. I think you don't have any idea regarding this, but when we do the calculations, you have idea. So you need to remember this equation. Delta is equal to H products minus H reactant. H means enthalpy. Products mean, I think this kind of equation you may have, or you have this idea because I already gave you this one. And from AB, when we produce C plus D. Okay, guys? So then A plus B, these are, A plus B are reactants. C plus D are products. Okay, enthalpy change between this reaction is measured by using the enthalpy of products, subtracting it from the enthalpy of reactants. Okay, so then we'll move into the some. Again, also we need to talk about some terms. I think you know these terms. Specific heat and heat capacity. We in O level or in some cases, I think this is known as simple C is denoted as specific heat capacity. Also, it is also correct. Okay, I think you remember about the equation related to C is equal to MC theta. There you learned about simple C as a specific heat capacity. Okay, specific heat. It is the substance is amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of substance by 1 degree of Celsius. Celsius සංසක එකකින් gram එකක substance එක temperature එක වැඩි කරන්න දෙන්න ඕනේ energy එක තමයි අපි කියන්නේ specific heat capacity කියලා. Then the heat capacities be differ. It is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature in a given quantity. It is not about the 1 gram. It is about given quantity from 1 degree of Celsius. Celsius සංසක එකකින් මොකක් හරි දීලා තියෙන amount එකක heat එක Celsius සංසක එකකින් වැඩි කරන්න ඕනේ temperature එකට අපි කියන දෙන්න ඕනේ heat එකට කියනවා heat capacity කියන. I think you know those terms. Do you know these terms? Even I think in O level also you have learned about this one. Please message me if you don't know these terms. I think that means almost all of you know these terms. Okay? හැමෝම දන්නව නේද මේක? දන්නේ නැති කෙනෙක් ඉන්නා නම් message එකක් දාන්න මට. So when we measure the capital C, that means heat capacity. Okay, specific heat capacity. We measured, I think, from kilograms also, but usually usually in many cases we take it from the 1 gram as 1 gram. Okay, in a specific heat capacity is taken from 1 gram, I think. Okay, this is, you can put this as temperature, 1 unit of mass. Okay, it can be 1 unit of mass of the substance. A unit can be gram or kilograms. Okay, when you apply it to the equations, you need to make it to the grams or kilograms according to the other given constants and the other given values. Say for example, here the specific heat is given as 4.184 joules per grams per Celsius. But if it is given as, I think 4184 joules per kilograms per Celsius, you need to convert this 100-gram water also to the kilogram. Then only you can get the answer. Did you get it? Then you know this one. Okay, do this equation. Find the heat, amount of heat, which is needed for 250 gram of water to heat from 10 degrees of Celsius. 10 degrees of Celsius to 90 degrees of Celsius. Capacity of joules per kilograms. Okay, please do this. Okay, here the mass is given. Heat, you need to get the temperature change only. That means you can get the temperature change by subtracting T final from T initial. That means final temperature, you deducting final temperature from initial temperature, you can get the heat change. The specific heat capacity is also given. Please find the value. And when we do this, please concern about the units. Okay, because water is given from the gram and specific heat capacity is given in terms of kilograms. I will give you 5 minutes. Then put the final value with 2. the chat box. Okay. Okay, what about the others? Okay, then I'll give the second question. One, two. Then in this question, you need to find the specific heat capacity of a substance. Heat is amount of heat is given, and the mass is given, and the values to find the change of heat is given. Okay, guys. For many of you, took the answers the 83,680 joule. It is correct. Okay, then do this one. Second one also we will try. So we need to get C. This must be simple C. Capital Q divided by simple M delta T. Okay, many of you given the correct answer. Joule Is there anyone who couldn't understand this one? Then I'll go to the next slide. This is about the exothermic and endothermic reactions. Before going to the descriptions, what are the examples of exothermic and endothermic reactions in surroundings in day-to-day life? When we dissolve glucose in a water, what do you feel? Cool or warm? Cool. That means those are endothermic process. I think sometimes you may have experiences about dissolving sodium hydroxide in water. Then you will find warmth. That is exothermic process. Okay, so endothermic means absorption of heat, the process that transforms a system from initial to final state by absorption of heat. That means glucose absorbs the heat. That is why we feel cool. Okay, then exothermic process is the opposite of endothermic. That means it release the heat to the surroundings. That is called as exothermic process. When we talk about the endothermic state, the final state of the system possesses higher energy than initial state, but the opposite is happened in exothermic reaction. That means final state has the lower energy than initial state. Oh, sorry. Think about this one. This is a endothermic process. The chart under this figure. First one is the endothermic, second one is the exothermic. Okay, in endothermic process, it absorbs the heat, and that means the energy of the initial state is lower than energy of the final state. And exothermic reaction, it releases the heat to the surroundings, and it has the reactant has high energy than products. So, when we talk about the enthalpy, in endothermic process, the enthalpy is positive. In exothermic process, enthalpy is negative. That means enthalpy negative means it releases heat to the system. It releases heat to the surroundings. Delta H positive means it absorbs the heat from surroundings. Did you get it, guys? In some cases, you may have seen this one, standard enthalpy changes. Okay, the enthalpy is known as capital H. It cannot be measured. So, we can measure only enthalpy changes, delta H values. When we measure the enthalpy values with the standard temperature and at 1 atm pressure, it is known as standard enthalpy. Enthalpy is given with the standard, given in standard temperature. It's known as standard enthalpy. So, yes, in exothermic process, in endothermic process, it absorbs the heat, so we feel cool. හිතන්න ග්ලූකෝස් වතුර දිය කරනවා කියන්නේ endothermic. ඒතර අපිට දැනෙන්නේ cool ගතිය. ඒකේ enthalpy එක positive. හිතන්න sodium hydroxide වගේ දෙයක් වතුර දිය කරනවා. එතකොට අපිට රස්නයක් දැනෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ it release heat to the surrounding. So we feel heat. When we feel heat, that means enthalpy is negative. Those who have doubts until now, please tell me. When we measure the standard enthalpy changes at standard temperature is known as standard enthalpy change. Okay. Those are just theory. There are several thermochemical equations, but I am not going to give it to you since that is because this is the only subjects you are learning in university life which is related to chemistry. So that is why I am not giving you many chemical reactions. Okay, here when we write the thermochemical equations, we need to think about some parameters. Okay, the balanced chemical equation together with the standard conventions adapted and including the value of delta H of the reaction is called thermochemical equation. I'll show you the thermochemical. This is thermochemical equation. The standards are given. That means physical states are given. In usually when we write the thermochemical equations, we need to write their physical state at the in the right hand corner in their equation. Okay, the physical states are mentioned, and in addition to that, delta H theta value also mentioned. I will tell how it is taken. Okay. So these are known as thermochemical equations. Did you get it, guys? If delta H value is not mentioned, it is not a thermochemical equation. Got it? Thermochemical equation එක standards physical states mention කරනවා delta H theta value එක mention කරනවා මේවා එකක් හරි අඩුයි නම් ඒවා thermochemical equation එකක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Okay, so there are coefficients in a balanced equation, balanced thermochemical equation. It is referred to the number of moles of the reactants. Okay, here, this is, think about this. This is the in a left-hand side, 2 H2 molecules and 1 O2 molecules gives product as the 2 H2O molecules. Okay, so coefficients must be denoted and equation must be balanced. The equation එකත් balanced වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒකට හරියන coefficient එක කියන්නේ ඉස්සරහින් අංක ගන්න හරියට දාන්න ඕනේ stoichiometry එක. So when we know, when we see the equations, we have a rough idea. There are 2 H2O molecules and in product side, and there are 2 H2 and 2 O2. The 2 H2 and 2 moles of H2 and 1 O2, 1 moles of O2 is combined together to form 2 H2O molecules. The enthalpy change in that reaction is minus 483.7. Minus indicates that it is exothermic reaction. Those are the informations we can gain from this equation. Okay, the enthalpy change of a reaction has a unit is as kilojoules per moles, and it will remain as it is even if more than 1 mole of the reactants or products are involved, but only with the magnitude changing. Okay, you didn't get the idea, I think. So think about the first equation. Think about the first equation. This one, 2H2O or 2H2O gas. Now, to produce 2H2O molecules, the enthalpy is minus 483.7. To produce 4H2O molecules, 4H2O gas molecules, what will be the value? The others won't change. We need to magnitude. Okay, magnitude the delta H theta value of the value with the number of moles which is needed to multiply. දෙකක් ගන්න 483.7යි නම් හතරක් ගන්න කියන්නේ ඒ වගේ කීයකින් වැඩි වෙන්න ඕනේ? ඒ වගේ දෙගුණයකින් වැඩි වෙන්න ඕන. තේරුණාද ඒක ගන්න විදිහ? Okay, when a chemical reaction is reversed, of the value with delta H is reversed, with the sign of magnitude remain the same. That means when a chemical reaction is reversed, we will talk about it later also. Reversed. That means the forward reaction is 2H2O gas, 2H2 gas plus 2O2 gas is 2H2O gas, no? The values is given. මේ 483 කියන එක අපිට දෙනවා. ඒවා standard values. Okay. Then the forward reaction එක කියන්නේ මේ තියෙන විදිහම 2H2O gas 2H2 gas plus 2O2 gas will give 2H2O gas. That is the forward reaction. What is the reverse reaction? Okay, අනිත් පැත්ත 2H2 ඊතලේ අනිත් පැත්ත හරනවා 2H2O gas gives O2 gas and 2H2 gas. අන්න එහෙම වුණොත් if the reaction is reversed, the magnitude of delta H theta value remains same. Magnitude will be same, but the sign will be opposite. විශාලත්වය එකමයි. ඒතර ඒක 483.7 තමයි. But sign is changed. Sign will be positive. When the equation is reversed, that means the direction of arrow is changed. The delta H theta value remains same, but the sign will be different. Did you get it, guys? Okay, we'll go through the examples. Okay, then the next one. This also. Physical status of all species is important. Okay, I will explain it again. Okay, the first thing, when we Mama Sinhala explain karana, then again I will explain in English. මොකක් හරි chemical equation එකක් thermodynamics වල මොනවා හරි chemical equation එකක් balance කරලා ලියනවා නම් අපි කියනවා ඒවට thermochemical equations කියලා. thermochemical equations ලියන්න පොඩි parameters වගේක් ගැන consider කරන්න ඕන. පළවෙනි එක තමයි එයාගේ coefficients කියලා කියන්නේ දැන් H2 O2 H2 on equation එක මේක balance කරන්න ගන්න ඉලක්කම් වලට කියනවා අපි coefficient කියලා. ඒතර coefficient අරගෙන atoms වෙන වෙනම බැලුවාම ඒවා ඔක්කොම balance වෙන්න ඕනේ. මේ දීලා තියෙන example එකේ බලන්න 2H2 O2 2H2 ඕනේ. So 2H2 means there are four hydrogen. එතකොට අනිත් side එකත් බලන්න. Right hand side also it is given as 4 hydrogen. Oxygen දෙකයි තියෙන අනිත් පැත්තට oxygen දෙකයි. That is how it is balanced. Okay, I'll repeat in it again. Thermochemical equations mean the chemical equations writes together with the standard conventions with coefficients. There are several parameters we need to think of. The first one is in a chemical equation, when we write about the reactants and products, it must be balanced with the coefficient. Coefficient means the values which is added to balance the values, the numbers which is added to balance equations. That means balance individual atoms, number of individual atoms from left hand side to right hand side. Did you get it? You say, for example, in this first example, there are 4 hydrogen atoms in left hand side. So, to balance the equation, there must be 4 hydrogen atoms in right hand side also. Please check it. Then there are 2 oxygen atoms in left hand side. To balance this equation, there must be 2 oxygen atoms in right hand side also. Did you get it, guys? එතෙන්ට වෙනකන් තේරුණාද? Okay, then we'll go to the second one. The enthalpy change of a reaction has unit kilojoules per mole. Enthalpy wala unit එක kilojoules per mole. You all can see this now. kilojoules per mole. And will remain as it is even if more than 1 mole of the reactant or product are involved, but the only magnitude change. එතකොට මේ එන්තල්පි චේන්ජ් එකක් ගත්තාම ඒකේ අපි ඉක්වේෂන් එක ගන්න kilojoules per moles වලින්. ඒ යුනිට් එක හැම වෙලේම same. හැබැයි මෙන්න මේකෙදි number of moles ගන්න වෙනස් වෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ මම කලින් කිව්වා වගේ දැන් මෙතන ඔක්සිජන් එක මොලිකියුල් එකකටනේ හදලා තියෙන්නේ නැත්නම් H2O මොලිකියුල්ස් දෙකකට මෙච්චර එන්තල්පියක් යනවා. එතන හතරක් කිව්වා මේක තව දෙකකින් වැඩි වෙනවනේ. අන්න එතකොට moles කියන එක නැති වෙනවා. magnitude ඒක magnify වෙනකොට multiply වෙනකොට ඒකේ moles කියන කැල නැති වෙලා යනවා. Don't think about the second equation. If you think about the second equation, think about the physical states. To produce 2H2O gas, H2O gas කියලා කියන්නේ steam එක වගේ එකක්. Steam එකක් වගේ එකක් හදන්න hydrogen molecules දෙකකුයි oxygen molecule එකක් විතර. ඒකේ delta H theta value එක -483.7. To produce H2O liquid from H2 plus O2, 2 moles of H2O liquid from hydrogen and oxygen, the enthalpy is given as -571.6. Think about the physical states also. Did you get it, guys? Here, the values are different in first and second equation. Here, the physical state is gas. Here, the physical state is liquid. So, the values are different. Did you get it? If you have that issue, please think about the physical state. Without knowing physical state, we cannot think about thermochemical equations. Okay, and I need to tell you guys, I think in your batch 109 or 10 students now all together. So there are Tamil students and Muslim students who can't understand Sinhala. Okay, if that's so, because this is first year, first semester now, I think you have language issues. Okay. It is normal. It is completely normal because up to grade 13, you studied in Sinhala medium or Tamil medium. Okay, guys? But now, you are studying here from university in English medium. It is totally okay. But the thing is, Puta, you need to understand the theory. Because when I check the papers, I won't mark you according to your grammar. Okay, I won't check about the grammar. I think about your understanding about the subject. Okay, and I am really very sorry, guys. I am trying to teach you 100% English. But I know it is sometimes it is totally difficult to understand the things because terms are very difficult. And so you have some understanding difficulties. So the thing is, what I can do, guys, for Sinhala students Sinhala and Tamil and Muslim students who understand Sinhala, I can explain it to you in Sinhala. But the case is, it is unfair to others, no? That is why I am trying to explain everything in English. Okay, but if the matter is like that, even if you can't understand anything when I am speaking in English, please let me know. I can speak in Sinhala. Okay, but those who can't understand Sinhala, I can tell the things in simple English again. Anyway, finally, you need to understand the theory. That is what my expectation. And the other thing, Puta, in my subjects. And today only 78 participants. Think there are altogether 110 or 109 students. Okay. 30 is missing now. So think about this, Puta. Because personally, I believe in my teaching, I believe the people to who need to study or who need to learn something, they will definitely participate for my lectures. Okay, it is your responsibility now. My responsibility to teach you regardless of number of count. But the Buddha think like this. It is my policy. I am not taking your attendance. I didn't take it so far. Okay, in my subjects, only. I don't know about others because until now I thought of that it is your duty to participate the lectures. It is my responsibility to teach you and do my maximum to you guys. But today there are 30 absentees. What I can do is I can get the report. Okay, I can I can make the rule regarding 70 or 80% attendance. Okay, if those who doesn't have an 80% attendance, I am not allowing them to sit for the exam. Okay, that's what I can do from my side. If you are behaving like that. Okay, because you are not participating in the lectures physically, no? You are participating in online. It is just 2 or 3 hours. I think in some days you only have 1 or 2 lectures. In some days you won't have any lectures. Okay, do your maximum because this is first year, first semester. And the other thing, I need to mention you regarding the exam offenses because nowadays two exams are happen in the university. Each and every day, students are caught with unauthorized document. They all were paralyzed under the examination malpractices, and ultimately the semester exams will be failed. Okay, and the other thing, the first time if they found guilty from the examination malpractices, all the deans of the universities, all the deans of the faculties will take the final decision. Okay, they will hold your exam results. That means you need to rewrite it again. And if you found guilty from the first examination malpractices, then if you get any class from the degree, even if you study hard, if you work hard, you cannot be obtain a class from the degree. You will get only just pass with the degree. And the third one, if you are repeated more than 3 times, you are the deans of the faculties can give you the special opportunity to write the examination again to the 4th time. They won't allow to sit you for the 4th time if you are found guilty as the examination malpractices. Okay, and the other thing is, if you found guilty as 2nd time, the studentship will be cancelled for forever. Okay, Even if you copy from others, if you keep any unauthorized document, if you know the answer and if you tell it to your friend, and if you wrote it to somewhere and if you try to give it to friend, those are also examination malpractices. මම එක සිංහලෙනුත් කියන්නම්. මොකද මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ දැන් සෑහෙන්න තියෙන හින්දා examination malpractices වලට අහු වෙන්න එපා. පළවෙනි පාර අහුනොත් ඔයාලගේ ඒ සෙමස්ටර් එකේ සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම රිසල්ට්ස් හෝල්ඩ් වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම ඔයාලගේ ජීවිතේට ඔයාලා දන්නවා ඇතිනේ ක්ලාස් ගැන. ඔයාලගේ GPA වලින් තමයි ලකුණු දෙන්නේ. GPA 3.7 වලට වැඩි නම් first class, above 3.3 GPA second upper, above 3.3 GPA above 3.3 second upper, above 3 GPA second lower, below GPA 3 and in between 2 and 3 just pass, we will give the degree. If it is below 2 GPA 2, you won't be able to get the degree. Okay, that is what it is mentioned in handbook. Please go through the handbook. Okay, if you found එතකොට ඔයාලා examination guilty වලට වුණොත් exam offense වලොත් මං කිව්වා වගේ examination results hold වෙනවා. මේ decisions ඔක්කොම ගන්න deansලා ඔක්කොම එකතු වෙනවා. ඊගාට දෙවෙනි එක තමයි ඔයාලට ක්ලාස් එකක් මොකක් හරි හම්බ වෙන්න තියෙනවා නම් ඒ ක්ලාස් එක හම්බ වෙන්නේ නෑ ඔයාලා කොච්චර හොඳට perform කළාද just pass විදියට තමයි degree එක හම්බෙන්නේ. අනිත් ඒ තමයි සාමාන්‍ය repeat exam ලියන්න අපි අවස්ථා තුනක් දෙනවා 3 times. Have a special opportunity can be taken with the dean's permission. Dean के permission එකත් එක්ක special occasion එකක් දෙනවා. ඒක දෙන්නේ නැහැ කිසිම අවස්ථාවක. ඒ කියන්නේ fourth attempt එක කිසිම වෙලාවක දෙන්නේ නැහැ examination offense වලට අහුවෙච්ච ළමයෙක්. අනික හිතන්න එපා examination offense කියන්නේ unauthorized documents තියාගත්තට කියලා තව කෙනෙක්ට කියා දුන්නත් වැරදි. තව කෙනෙක්ට දන්න දෙයක් ලියලා වෙනම lab මේ ඔය සමහරු හිතාගෙන ඉන්නේ අපි මොකුත් දන්නේ නැහැ scientific calculators එම ඇතුළට කොළ දාලා යවනවා. ආයි මොනවාද අර ඥානපටි කියන එක තියෙන්නේ. කොළ අර අද්දික ෂර්ට් අඳන් ඉන්නකොට ඒක යටින් කොලේ තියාගෙන ඔයාලා හිතන්න එපා පුතා අපි ඒවා දන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. මොකද අපිත් ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස්ලා වෙලා හිටියනේ. මේ මොකකින් හරි මොනාරි වෙලා පොඩි දෙයක් හරි හම්බුණා. ඔයාලගේ මුළු ජීවිතේම ඉවරයි කියන තැන විතරක් මතක තියාගන්න. මේක කම්පිටිටිව් එක්සෑම් එකක් නෙමෙයි. හැබැයි මේකෙන් ලැබෙන එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් එකත් එක්ක තමයි ඔයාලා සොසයිටි එකට යන්නේ. ගිහිලා ජොබ් එකක් කරන්න, හොරකම් කරන්නේ නැතුව රස්සාවක් කරන්න ඉගෙන ගන්න ඒක. Then සමහරුන්ගේ සෑහෙන ideas තියෙන to build the country. Then many of them have an idea to build a country. The betterment of the country, we are working hard. We practice it from the university. Practice from even in the exam. Start it from there. Okay, otherwise you can't make this country in a better place. Be honest. Even for the practicals, even for the theory and for everything. And the other thing, I need to mention it. It is for you guys. It is totally okay. ඔයාලා මට සමහරු send කරලා තියෙනවා messages, email වලට සිංහලෙන් type කරලා තියෙනවා English වලින්. It is totally okay for you guys because I am lecturer and I can understand your situation and the everything. But there are senior lecturers, okay, who think about everything. So please communicate to your batch rep, and when you type the emails, okay, when you type the emails, you need to write it in formal English. Okay, you can't write it anything in Singlish. That is what I am saying. ඔයාලට කිසිම දෙයක් ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින් type කරන්න බෑ. email එකක් official email එකක් දානකොට ඒක දැන් ඉඳන්ම පුරුදු වෙන්න. මට ඒක ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. මට ඔයාලගේ situation එක understand කරගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක මට ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. ඒ වුණාට දැන් ඔයාලා මෙහෙම පුරුදු වුණොත් ඔයාලගේ senior lecturers ලටත් එහෙම කරන්න. එතකොට ඒක ලොකු ගැටලුවක් වෙනවා පුතා. ඒ හින්දා ඔයාලා මේවා කරනකොට ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයාලා මේ type කරනකොට චුට්ටක් බලන්න Google එකෙන් බලන්න how to write a formally කියලා ගහලා formally email ගවන්න පුරුදු වෙන්න. අනිත් දේ තමයි badge representative කෙනෙක් ඉන්නේ. ඔයාලා හැමෝම represent කරන්න. ඔයාලට ගැටලුවක් තියෙනවා නම් badge representative through lecturer contact කරන්න. ඔයාලා කිසිම වෙලාවකදී ඉන්ඩිවිජුවලි මැසේජ් කරන්න යන්න එපා. මොකද අපි හැමෝම badge representative ගේ contacts තියාගෙන ඉන්නේ. හැමෝටම වැඩ තියෙනවා. ඒතර විශේෂයෙන්ම especially visiting lecturers and the senior professors and senior lecturers, you don't have idea about the university grading system. Okay, Buddha, there you have demonstrators to conduct the practicals. You have lecturers to conduct the practicals and the lectures. Okay, in lecturers also there are gradings. Okay, there are even professors also, no? So you need to behave accordingly. Otherwise, it will be an issue, because in my case, to me, it won't be an issue. But in some cases, it will be a real issue for you guys. ඔයාලට ගැටලු තියෙනවා නම් අහන්න. මං හිතනවා ඔයාලගේ ඉන්නවනේ ඔයාලගේ ඩිපාර්ට්මන්ට් එකේ ලෙක්චරර්ස්ලා. එයාලගෙන් කතා කරලා අහන්න පුළුවන්. නැත්නම් ඔයාලට මගෙන් උනත් අහන්න පුළුවන් ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම්. එතකොට මම ඔයාලට මේ කියලා දෙන්නේ ඔයාලගෙන් වෙන මිස්ටේක්ස්. එතකොට ඔයාලා ඒවා හදාගන්න. මොකද ඔයාලා තාම කැම්පස් එකට ඇවිල්ලා නැහැ. ඔයාලා තාම යුනිවර්සිටි ලයිෆ් එක කියන එක එක්ස්පෝස් වෙලා නැහැ. එතකොට මේ හැමදේම එක්ස්පෝස් වෙද්දී ඔයාලා චුට්ටක් බලන්න ඕනේ ඒවා ඒ දේවල් කොහොමද වෙන්නේ කියලා. සමහරකට දැන් ඔයාලා අපි දැන් කියන දේ අහනවා. ඔයාලට ඊට පස්සේ යුනියන් එක තමයි ලොකු වෙන්නේ. මම කියන දේ තේරුම් ගන්න පුතා. මමත් යුනියන් කරලා තියෙනවා. මමත් රැග් කරලා තියෙනවා. මමත් සස්පෙන්ඩ් වෙලා තියෙනවා. කැම්පස් එකේදී මමත් කරන්න ඕනේ හැමදේම කරලා නැහැ. හැබැයි එක දෙයක් මතක තියාගන්න. ඔයාලට මොන ප්‍රශ්න වුණත් ඔයාලා හිතන්න එක්සෑම් එකේ ඔයාලට එක්සෑම් ඔෆෙන්ස් එකක් ආවා කියලා ඔයාලගේ බැච් ෆිට් එක කියලා හැම එක්කෙනාම යන්නේ නැහනේ. එහෙනම් මටත් ඔෆෙන්ස් කරන්න, මගේ ඩිග්‍රී එක හෝල්ඩ් කරන්න, මගේ ඒවා කරන්න නේ. හින්දා හැම වෙලේම Tamanට ප්‍රයොරිටි එක දෙන්න. බැච් ෆිට් තියා මොනවා තිබුණා අන්තිමට Taman තනි වෙන තැන Taman විතරයි. ඒක මතක තියාගන්න. ඔයාලට ඒ යුනියන් ඒ හැමදේම ඕනි කොමන් වර්ක් එකකට මොනවා හරි දෙයක් ඕන නම් ඒකට විතරයි. හැම වෙලේම හිතන්න එපා ඒක තමයි මුළු ජීවිතේම කියලා. ඔයාලට තාම ඒ ගැන කිසි අයිඩියා එකක් නැහැ. මොකද මේ ඔයාලා තාම යුනිවර්සිටි එකට ආපු නැති හින්දා. ඔයාලා හිතලා බලන්න යුනියන් එකේ හොඳ තන්ත්‍ර දාන්න ඔයාලගේ අයියලා අක්කලා කාටවත් රිසල්ට්ස් තියනවාද කියලා. ඉතින් එච්චරයි යුනියන් එක කියන්නේ ඉස්කෝලේ තියෙන මේ කැම්පස් තියෙන කාලේ වෙනකන් තියෙයි පුතා. ඊට පස්සේ ආයි කිසිම වෙලාවක ඊට පස්සේ කැම්පස් එකෙන් ගියාට පස්සේ third attempt කරයි පුළුවන් නම් fourth attempt එකක් කරයි ඩිග්‍රී එක නැත්තම් නෑ. ඉතින් එතකොට A level මට්ටමට තමයි යාලා බහින්නේ. එතන අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ජීවිතේ හැමදේම මොන දේ වුණත් ඒ හැමදේම තියෙන්න ඕනි ඩිග්‍රී එක කියන එකට පල්ලේ. ඩිග්‍රී එක තමයි ෆස්ට් ප්‍රයොරිටි එක වෙන්න ඕන. හිතන්න එපා දැන් රැගින් කියන ඒවා අපිත් කරලා තියෙනවා. රැගින් කියන එක හරිම එන්ටර්ටේන්. ඒ වුණාට ඕනවට දැන් රැගින් කියලා දෙන්නේ සින්දුවක් කියලා නටන්න කියන එක නෙමෙයි. ඊට වඩා දේවල්. ඒතර ඔයාලත් හිතන්න ඔයාලා දැන් ෆස්ට් ඉයර් ෆස්ට් සෙම් ඊට පස්සේ ඔයාලගේ ජූනියර් බැච් එකේ එනවා ආයේ. ඔයාලා එතකොට අයියලා අක්කලා වෙනවා. හිතන්න. මොකද අපිට අර මොකද්ද එම්පති කියලා එකක් තියෙන සහකම්පනය කියලා තවත් කෙනෙක්ගේ වේදනාව කියන එක අපිට දැනෙන්න ඕන. මම මෙහෙම කියන්නේ මගේ බැච් එකෙත් ළමයි 25කට 30කට ඩිග්‍රී ගන්න බැරි වුණා. මම දැකලා තියෙනවා මගේ යුනිවර්සිටි එක අවුරුදු 7 වෙලා ඩිග්‍රී ගන්න බැරි වෙච්ච අයියලා අක්කලා. දෙන්නේ නැහැ. හිතවත්කමට ඩිග්‍රීස් දෙන්නේ නැහනේ. GPA එක දෙක නැත්තම් නෑම තමයි. එයාලගේ ජීවිත හරිය වෙනස් පුතා ඊට පස්සේ. ඒ වගේම there are differences between having class and without having class. When you go to the higher studies, sometimes first class, second uppers are mandatory. If you don't have that grades, you won't be able to apply. For example, if you have a lot of money, if you are filthy rich, it doesn't matter. Your parents can afford 2, 3 or 4 crores for you. It doesn't matter, guys. But many of you are middle class families, no? So you can't afford that much. So even if you go to Australia, USA, and any Europe countries, we go with sponsorships. and scholarships. If you have good grades, first class or second upper, especially for the first class, those who are having first class will be able to apply for the scholarships, because you need to compete with whole world, and if you get the scholarships, they will provide stipends. That means they will pay for your studies. Okay, so study hard, work hard, because this is the I think this is my I thought of thought this is my last lecture. This is not my last lecture. I will conduct the lecture tomorrow also. So think about everything. I am telling everything, guys, because it is for the betterment for your future. I didn't even see you. I didn't even know even one of you. මම ඔයාලා කාවත් දැකලත් නැහැනේ. මම ඔයාලා personally දන්නෙත් නැහැ. එතකොට මට ඔයාලාගේ 109 දෙනා එකයි. So all 109 students are same for me. So guys, please give priority to your exams. Today also I already told you know that there are 30 absentees. I don't like to do the things which you have done in schools. And the other thing is, this is university. Okay, there is no time. This is not a time to come at 8 o'clock for the lectures and go after finishing the lectures. That is not the university life. You need to refer, you need to study with friends, you need to do extracurricular activities. You need at least to stay at, you can at least for girls, you can stay until 6 or 7. I think after 8, you can go to the hostels. So study hard and work hard for the betterment of your future. And don't think you will get freedom. When you come to the university, you will get freedom, because in a school life, you are for girls, many parents were with you when you go to the lectures. They came for your when you go to the classes, they came with you. But here it is different. You came to the university, it is far away from home, and this is you think this is freedom. But even if you have freedom, please do it productively. Do productive work from that freedom. Otherwise, you will regret. You can't get the time which you passed now. So think about that also. Give me a minute. Okay, let's go to the lectures. Okay. Okay, then I told you about the forward and backward reactions. Forward means the reaction which you see like this. Think about this equation. This is the forward reaction. But if we change the direction of arrow like this, Okay, this is backward reaction. Oh, sorry, backward. Okay, when we write the backward reactions, the enthalpy magnitude of the enthalpy is same, but the sign will be different. If it is minus, sign will become positive. Did you get it, guys? And we need to consider about this state. You need to consider that is what you saw the difference in values. When physical states are different, values are also different. Also must be the multiplied by that number. That is what I told you. This is multiplied by 2. This equation has been multiplied by 2. Okay. Then the value also must be multiplied by 2. Even if it is multiplied by 10, value also must be multiplied by 10. And the thing is minus is exothermic reaction, that means release of energy to surroundings. Endothermic means the positive sign that indicates the absorbing energy from the surrounding. Okay, please put a note, put a message, those who couldn't understand until now. Okay, think about the second one. H2 plus half O2 plus H2O liquid. That is also taken from this equation. H2O liquid, this one. The second equation. It is 571.6 minus. This is divided by 2. This is what they gave. Okay, so reaction is exothermic in forward reaction. Okay, exothermic means negative sign. If the sign is, if the arrow is backward in direction, so reaction will become endothermic. Okay. Please answer for this one. I'll give you 2-3 minutes. The forward reaction is exothermic or endothermic. In addition to that, backward reaction also. Why anyone didn't answer? Please write the processes endothermic or exothermic. You can write it from seeing the sign now. It is positive. That means what? Forward reaction is endothermic or exothermic. Okay, one answered. What about the if forward reaction is okay? Mithila Pabasara. Who's I think if forward reaction is the reaction, it was okay. What about the backward reaction? Okay, so if for the forward reaction is endothermic, you can determine it by checking the sign. So backward reaction is understood or not. But I think there are two possibilities now. Those who don't talk or don't give answers, that means they understood completely, or else they didn't understand anything. Those two phenomenon can be happen. I don't know the status of you guys. Okay, please cooperate with me. This will be hard because this is your first semester now. When you go to the second year, first year, second semester, this is not this much hard. Okay. So this is also what we learned so far. The energy from chemical reactions are taken from forming or breaking the bonds. For the chemical reactions, energy is taken from forming, again making bonds or breaking the bonds. There are two laws regarding this. The first one is law of Lucia and Laplace law. Lucia and Laplace law. That means what we talked about so far. That means if there is a heat in one direction, it is equal in magnitude, but it is goes to another side, it is opposite in sign. That is what we called earlier also. Okay, the examples is also given. Bhagya is half H2 gas are produced in HCl. The delta H is minus 92 kilojoule. That means this is an exothermic process. Then the backward reaction is HCl goes to half H2 plus half Cl2. This is the backward reaction. It is also the magnitude of the delta H is same as 92, but the sign is different from minus to positive. This is known as law of Lucia and Laplace. This is the Head law of Hayes law of constant heat summation. Okay, before moving on to this, Sankar, did your head of the department inform regarding the 16th of December, your practical will commence physically? ඔයාලගේ practicals physically 16 වෙනිදා පටන් ගන්නවා කියලා කිව්වද?
No ma'am.
තාම කිව්වේ නැද්ද?
නෑ මිස් තාම නෑ.
ඔයාලගේ එතකොට ඔයාලා අහලා බැලුවේ නැද්ද BST කට්ටියගෙන්වත් එයාලටවත් ඉන්ෆෝම් කරලා තියෙනවද කියලා?
එයාට කියලා තිබ්බනම් 17 තියෙනවා කියලා එයාලගේ මේ මොකද්ද මීටින් එකක් වගේ එකක් ඊට පස්සේ තියෙනවා කියලා මේ ඒත්
නෑ
හරියටම
නෑ
කියලා තිබ්බේ
16 තියෙනවා 17 මීටින් එකක් තියෙනවා 8:30 to 9 17 මීටින් එකක් දෙනවා වලට ඩීන් එක ඔය දෙගොල්ලන්ටම තමයි එතකොට ඔයාලා දැන් එන්න ලෑස්ති වෙන්න පෑනවා නේද පොඩක්
ඔව්
ඔයා
මෑම්.
ඉන්නේ පුතා ඔයා චුට්ටක් මේ නලින් සර්ගෙන් අහන්න නලින් සර් නේද හෙඩ්
ඔව් සර් මිස් 9 සර් තමයි.
එයාගෙන් අහන්න නැත්නම් ඔයාලගේ කවුරු හරි ලෙක්චරර් කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා ඔයාලගේ ඩිපාර්ට්මන්ට් එකේ අහන්න. මොකද කියනවා ඔයාලගෙත් තියෙයි 17 තමයි මීටින් එක තියෙන්නේ. ඒවා දෙගොල්ලන්ටම තියෙනවා. චුට්ටක් ඒ ටික බලලා අනිත් අයටත් කියන්න ඉතින් ළමයි ලෑස්ති වෙන්න එපා. Okay,
හරි.
now we'll go to the Hess law of constant heat summation. This is the second law. That means if there is a chemical process is taken place, okay, from initial point to final point, we consider only initial point and final point where reaction is taken place regardless of their steps. Okay, think about this one. There are two routes are given here, reactants to products. The first route is given as delta H. The second route, that means second route, the reactants become products through intermediate. Okay, this is known as reactants to intermediate delta H1, and the other one is intermediate to product is delta H2. But anyway, the enthalpy is change. Enthalpy is same in both instances. For route 1, delta H, and the second route also, delta H1 plus delta H2 is equal to delta H. So when there is a reaction is taken place, okay, so enthalpy change is mentioned from initial state to final state. It is not depend on the intermediate or number of steps. Okay, that is what heat law mentioned. Here, think about this. තේරුණාද? ස්ටෙප් එක අදාළ නැහැ. පළවෙනි ස්ටේජ් එකයි සෙකන්ඩ් ස්ටේජ් එකයි විතරයි අපිට ෆස්ට් ස්ටේජ් එකයි ෆයිනල් ස්ටේජ් එකයි අතර එන්තල්පි චේන්ජ් එක හැම වෙලේම එකයි regardless of their steps. ඒ කියන්නේ reactants to product වෙන එක තමයි අපිට ඕනේ. ඒක කොච්චර steps ගානකින් ගියත් එන්තල්පි චේන්ජ් එක වෙනස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒවා ඔක්කොම එකතු කරාම එකක් ගයක් එනවා. Okay, think about this one. For the production of carbon dioxide is produced, the enthalpy change of this reaction is 94.05. Then the carbon dioxide also can be produced from two steps. That means carbon plus half O2 carbon monoxide is produced. Then from the carbon monoxide plus half O2 carbon dioxide is produced. Think about this one also. Okay, we'll annotate as one. Okay, this equation as 2. Okay. Finally, we need to get the same reactants and same products regardless of their steps. Okay. When we add, do you remember simultaneous equations? Samagami Samikarana? 1 plus 2. Okay. First equation, carbon plus half O2 and keep a space and write as carbon monoxide. Okay, guys. Then we need to add plus CO plus half O2. Okay. and to left hand side CO2. That means we added both cases. Okay. Then carbon, but carbon monoxide in this side and that side, so we can cut it. Okay, now carbon half plus half 1. So now 1 O2 gives CO2. Can you see? Okay, from adding 1 and 2, 1 is 26.42 minus. We need to add plus minus 69.63. So from adding both also, we can get the 94.95. Did you get it, guys? Regardless of steps, we can get the same value. Only initial, only it is depend on the initial state and final state. Please put the message on the chat box. Those who couldn't understand this. තේරුනේ නැති අය මට message එකක් දාන්න. Okay. See this figure. Okay, there is a reactants to product now. The path එක තියෙන්නේ reactants වලින් products හදන එක. Reactants intermediate එකක් කරා ගියා reactants direct ගියා. Think about like this. මෙහෙම මම සිංහලෙන් explain කරන්න. මෙහෙම තියෙනවා. A වලින් B ට යන්න පුළුවන්. අපිට තව පාරක් තියෙනවා A වලින් C ට ගිහිල්ලා පස්සේ B ට යන්න. හරිද? We will mark this as 1, 2 and 3. මේකේ අපිට අන්තිමට යන්න ඕනේ A ඉඳන් B ට විතරයි. එතකොට කොහොම ගියත් A ඉඳන් B ට යන එන්තල්පි එකයි A වලින් C ට ගිහිලා C වලින් B ට යන එන්තල්පි එකයි සමාන වෙන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට 1 සමාන වෙනවා 2 3. තේරුණාද? මේක තමයි හේස් ලෝ එකෙන් කියන්නේ. Then same thing happened in this case also. තේරුණාද මේක? මේකේ මේ දෙන්න එකතු කරන්න. if it's denoted as A, okay, we can obtain A by adding 1 and 2. A කියන equation එක ගන්න පුළුවන් අපිට 2යි 2යි add කරලා. That is what I told you. Okay, guys. Okay, do this. Now you know what is the answer because it is already mentioned here. Anyway, do this. Please write it this on a paper and then put a screenshot and then give it to me. I'll give you 5 minutes. Anyway, you need to get this equation by adding 1 or 2. Then you can do the same thing to delta H value also. ඔයාලා එකතු කරනවා නම් දෙකම එකතු කරලා හරි අඩු කරනවා නම් හරි මේ තියෙන equation එකම තමයි ගන්න ඕන ඔයාලා. You need to get the answer. Answer means value. Navod Priyashant. Puta, your way is okay, but you need to get the final answer as value. That means you need to add both delta theta values and the delta h theta values, then you can get the answer. Aljat, your final answer is wrong, Puta. Wrong means value is wrong. Please check the calculations again. Sarojini, your one is okay. What about others? There are more than 75, 74 now. I need at least 50 answers. Otherwise, I can't go. 31, it is wrong. Check it again. Mithila's one is okay. What about the others? Bhanuka's one also okay. Kaushal, okay. Also okay, please put a screenshot and send it to me. Mudita, please put a message. Those who couldn't understand, do this. Current barrier message. This is the answer. Those who couldn't do it, please look on that. Okay, I'll give you another question. Please wait. Do this one. කවුද නවෝත් ප්‍රදර්ශන මේ ඒ විදිහට කරන්න බෑ පුතා. එහෙම කරන්න පුළුවන් අපිට මේ හැම එකක්ම දෙකෙන් වැඩි කරත් මේකේ දෙකෙන් වැඩි කරලා උත්තරේ ගන්න පුළුවන්. half නැති කරන්න ඕනි කියලා හිතන්නකෝ ඔයාලට. එතකොට එහෙම වුණොත් half n2 දෙකෙන් වැඩි කරනවා. හැම පදයක්ම දෙකෙන් වැඩි කරනවා. n2 2යි o2 2යි එනකොට එතකොට delta h theta value එකක් දෙකෙන් වැඩි වෙනවා. තේරුණාද? නැත්තම් ඔක ඔය විදිහටම තියන්න ඕන. Okay, do this. I will show you how to find the answer. Before that, you need to give a try. I'll give you another 4 minutes. Try it. It is by adding those two equations. Do the addition. දෙක එකතු කරන්න. එතකොට උත්තරේ එනවා. Try it. Many of you have done correctly. Okay. The answer comes with the kilojoule, no? Okay, the answer was given as kilojoule. Okay, answer is like this. You can add first equation and second equation. Then you will get this one. Those who couldn't understand even now, please let me know. I'll explain it again. Okay. Then we'll go to the. Please put a message those who couldn't understand this one. Then now I think you have a rough idea regarding this one. Okay, then this is also the same thing as the enthalpy chain. This is also you can see this is C comes to the bottom of the right hand side. This is regarding the combustion. Combustion means when oxygen reacts with the compound, ultimately it gives carbon dioxide and H2O. When oxygen react with hydrocarbons, ultimately it gives carbon dioxide and H2O. So if any compound reacts with oxygen, that is known as combustion. Okay, this is the enthalpy change when one mole of element or a compound in the standard state undergoes complete combustion with excess oxygen. In the standard state, to give the product in the standard state, මොකක් හරි compound එකක් නැත්නම් මොකක් හරි element එකක් excess oxygen එක react කරලා දෙන product එකට අපි කියනවා then product එකට දෙන energy එකට අපි කියනවා standard enthalpy change of combustion. So when this happens, the reactants must be reacted with excess amount of oxygen, and ultimately it gives carbon dioxide. In addition to that, water. The products will be carbon dioxide and water. In some cases, it can be only carbon dioxide. It can be only water. In some cases, very rarely, there will no. Usually it gives carbon dioxide and H2O as products. Can you see the combustion of C3H5? This is known as the propane. Propane, it gives the value is minus 2219.9 kilojoules per moles. When the combustion of carbon dioxide, no, when the combustion of carbon, it gives carbon dioxide. So carbon means we are taking combustion with respect to the reactants. Okay, reactant එකේ පැත්තෙන් තමයි අපි ඒක ගන්නෙ. When it's come to the combustion of carbon, it is minus 393.5 kilojoules per mole. Okay, let's go with this equation. This is also the same as like this, like earlier. So combustion of methane, we need to find the value of combustion of methane. Try it. I helped you in one case by writing number 4th equation, and I gave the addition pattern also. equation addition pattern, please give me the final answer. That means in reactant side there must be a CH4, but when the reactions are also given here, CH4 came as a product. So what I did was I got the reverse reaction. So when I put it as a reverse, I change the sign of the enthalpy. Enthalpy එකේ sign එක මාරු කරා අරක reactant එකක් විදිහට ගන්න ඕන හින්දා. So try this. This is also like earlier, you need to get the same equation by adding or subtracting the given equations. Try it, I give you 5 minutes. Okay, if you have any doubts, please let me know. We are multiplying 285.83 by 2. It is, we need to do it to a molecule. That is the. Okay. So those who couldn't understand, please let me know, or else I'll wind up the session now because I am having another. That means we need to do electrochemistry and electrolysis. I will do it by tomorrow, or else I will do it by Wednesday. What is your preference? Do you need to do it by Wednesday or tomorrow? I'm not sure whether I'll be able to do it tomorrow, but definitely I'll put a text I'll put if I do the lectures tomorrow, I'll put the link today night. Okay. Okay, this is what we need to do. Okay, I'll write this. Okay, this is for now. We need to get this equation. Finally, we need to get this one now. So first, this is in reactant side. So I reverse this equation. So I got positive one. So here, fourth one, CH4. Okay. Then to the reactant side, again we need oxygen. Okay, plus carbon plus O2. Then it produces carbon dioxide. Another product is also okay. Okay, here only one H2O. So we need to produce 2 H2O. So we need to multiply whole the equation by 2. As then 2 H2, then half into 2, 1 O2. Then got 2 H2O. Okay, guys. I added equation number 4 plus equation number 2 plus 2 into equation number 3. Okay. Then what we can do is we can cut the same. Here also carbon, here also carbon. Then here also 2H2, here also 2H2. Then we can get CH4 plus 2O2 plus 2O2 arrow CO2 plus H2O. Did you get it, guys? Who's that? Kavinda. Now did you understand, Puta?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, what about the others? Okay, since if you don't have any questions, I'll wind up today's session now. But anyway, most probably I will take tomorrow lectures. Then from tomorrow I'll finish the lectures. But there are a lot to do. Okay. Okay, now shall I delete this one? Okay, then I'll wind up the session. Have a nice day to you all. Okay, wait. Okay.